Ross, a heavy defeat on the scoreboard after a good few weeks since the bye. How disappointing is that?
Yeah, no, really disappointing. Yeah, heavy defeat. We expected better, we wanted better, but we didn't deliver better. So, look, you see some of the results around the league and you think, oh, that's interesting, and then it happens to you. So, yeah, we just had a bit of a chat. So, look, yeah, so it's been more than the last few weeks. Like, it's probably been since the West Coast game. You know, we're sat top 3 for contested ball last month. Number 1 contested ball pressure's been good. You know, we felt like we were improving and getting to where we needed to go. So, you know, improved centre bounce. But look, their midfield just got to work and every facet really, to be honest. So, but particularly clearance. At one point it was 10-23, centre bounce half-time 1-9, and they just played with us in there. So that was I get frustrated with that. We tried a few things early, just unbalance them, you know, going in, and Owens was in there and Sinclair was in there, and we just didn't get it done. And then felt like, you know, there were some moments in the first quarter probably, but they were pretty efficient and kicked really straight. And then, but in some ways I thought, no, we're in the game here if we tied up our clearance. And then we had some moments, but third quarter was probably, so at half time we just said get into the contest, right? So we're minus 44 contested ball, ground ball, pre-clearance, air, free kick. So not really committed. I think the one that summed it up was every time I look at Starcevic, he was being really physical on Higgins, and nothing illegal, just really good checking and off the ball, and made it a really difficult day. And I just think that mentality of coming to get your job done and that singular focus, I thought whether it was them or it was Lockie Neal inside or it was Harris Andrews, like we first clearance and punt, he takes an intercept mark. So I thought their singular focus is, we see them probably as the best team in the comp at the minute. You know, we'd like to be the best St Kilda team in a long time. That's where we want to drive, and we got feedback to what that level actually feels like against you, the cleanness, the problem solving, the toughness. I thought they were really tough. I spoke to my team. I remember watching them against, I don't know, I think it was Adelaide over there, and I thought, geez, they're tough, they're hard at the ball. And then I said they're tough and they're hard, and they were today. I thought, yeah, and they're clean. So, yeah, and they've got a lot of quality. So, yeah, we take the feedback. I really feel for our fans. I think even we're all starting to get excited about every improvement. So we go away. There was no recriminations, but it gives us a harsh reality check, you know, like, and we just need to, you know, stick together and regroup. And we've got Richmond this week, but, you know, our biggest opponent is ourselves, because, you know, we've undone all their good work, to be fair, I would think. You know, like, minus 42 contested balls, just hard to comprehend. Hard to comprehend.
On the contested ball, is it structure, personnel, mentality with them?
No, well, I would say our method hasn't changed since round 12 West Coast and over. So, yeah, I wouldn't have thought it was method, but sometimes, yeah, it's a brutal game. Like, you look around, like, I went to Collingwood Carlton last night, and it was a brutal game, and then Carlton really got on top, centre square bounces, and Cripps and Walsh really got to work, and that territory and momentum. And I felt against Brisbane, you need to get that right, and we didn't get it right. It's happened a few times this year. For a period, we've got it right, and it helps the team. But Neil and those are just so clean and tough and skillful, and so it is what it is. You know, I'll take the feedback. I take it. It sat us on our arse, and we need to regroup and use no excuse. So, look, we threw them around. The players probably feel that we threw them around, but to be honest, we're putting fingers, hold forwards, 16, tag Neil, don't tag Neil. We didn't really change a lot of personnel, put Steele to a wing because it'd be in, so they'll probably feel we moved around a bit, but I don't think we had an alternative. We're trying to find a solution, but sometimes just leave it and trying to get them go harder. But I thought we lost our spirit a bit early in the last, but fortunately we just fought on a little bit. So, I could talk forever. So, it just sat us on our arse. Are too good for us. That's the level. So we need to get better.
Ross, you had Brisbane at the start of close to the start of their streak, up the Gabba,
Close to what?
towards the start of their streak. I think that was their second win, and now this is their. So how much, how different did it feel tonight relative to that game? I know they sort of made a quicker start.
Well, to be honest, because we have a lot of analytics behind, and a few of the teams, even when Port were under pump, and when their coach was telling the football media that all our indicators tell us we're going pretty well, except we're not kicking straight. So we knew when we played them up there, they were still a very, very good team. So obviously, they had more to give, but they were in pretty good shape. So they've just grown and grown, got some personnel back, I would think, and they've still got some challenges. But they're a territory team. They press you. They live off clearance, and they control the ball. I suppose most teams, when they kept the 100 marks were in the game against them, we kept on 100, 102, but they just owned the contest, owned territory, and pinned us, and we couldn't move the ball that well. And I'd hate to think the stoppage scores versus ours and entries, I think it was double. So, they hadn't dropped off to the level that was perceived, nor had the Port, nor had Bulldogs. But that's another matter.
Gus McLennan debut. How'd you see his performance?
Well, look, I'll have to go away and review it. I think he takes some good intercepts. It's good to get an opportunity. I don't know how many debuts we've had this year. I think it'd be a fair few. So I think he knew he was in AFL footy. It's pretty tough debut. Very difficult day for him. So, but we're glad he got his opportunity. Ryan Burns just come down with a virus and just couldn't run. So we did the right thing.
Any other injuries?
Not that I'm aware of. Just some self-image damaged.